Hello again, this is Eric with Auburn AV. You can check us out at auburnav.com and learn more about us. We're moving on from our groups, and now we're talking about the programmer section itself. This is where you get the lights to control and make them do things. We have different sections here. You have a intensity, position, a color picker, and beam effects that'll populate here based on which fixtures you select. So say for example I select all these 6-par 200s and they're in an 8-channel mode. There's no position moving because these lights are solid state, they don't move, and there's no beam effects on these. It's just a RGB AWV or UV fixture. So we have intensity and color that we can change on here. Each of these represents a channel that's being used by these fixtures in the 8-channel mode. So this channel affects intensity. It makes the light brighter or softer. This channel says shutter strobe, and typically what that is it opens a shutter, which in older fixtures a shutter would open or close over incandescent light to make it seem like it's turned off or on, but the light has to stay on because it's a bulb. In this case it's LED, so there's really no shutter, but because the terminology there is for shutter open or closed, then we just keep the terminology. But you can use the shutter here. This is where your strobing effects would be. Then of course you have red, green, blue, amber, white, UV. These all change to make the colors in your color picker. You can either make them this way. So say if I wanted to make a purple, I could pull out green and have red and blue together, and then pull back the red some to make it more of a darker purple. And you see the little picker here moving, and if I have these on 100%, you can see the color reflected here in this next to our group selections here. You can also pick colors here on the color picker, and you'll see all these change variable to where I'm picking. The amber you could use if you're trying to do something where you're front lighting and you want to get a good white that picks up well on video or something like that. You can turn up the white and add some amber to get yourself a more of a color temperature that is easier for video cameras to see. Then you also can add UV to, which is more of, it comes out as a blacklight type effect. It's the UV effect, and you can make your blues and purples and cool colors a lot more vibrant using that. Also, just to give you an idea, so you can see a larger fixture with a larger channel count, these platinum spots here use quite a few more channels, as you can see, than the 6-pars do in the 8-channel mode. We have these in extended mode, which gives you a few more controls. You have a dimmer curve, intensity, just like your RGBs, and then you see down here that this position is got a little dot. You can move that around. That changes your pan and tilt left and right, variable to where you have the dot sitting. What I did was I left clicked on the dot and moving it around inside of that square. This one here, these spots don't have RGB or CMY color mixing. So they have a color wheel, which means you're stuck to these colors here that are dotted, where the dotted square is, and those are all the colors that are available on that fixture. One thing you can do if you have a fixture like this and you want to match all of your colors together, you can go up here to, say for instance we want to make this platinum yellow. We can click on that and we have it pulled up here, and we're going to clear out these two. You can right click and then click on clear for whatever the name is. That said clear pan, it'll say clear tilt. And when they're grayed out, that means there's no information being used in those channels. So if you want to record a scene with just the color or a preset with just the color, you can gray out everything individually that way without having to clear all and start over. But just to show you real quick, you can make a free set here by hitting to preset, and we'll say platinum yellow, and save. Make sure this box here is checked. Record is a free preset. If you don't check it, then it's only going to make it for those fixtures. If you use it for here, then it'll take this information and try to apply it to any fixture that you try to use that palette on. Hit record, And then you'll see over here in palettes it showed up platinum yellow. I have one here made for platinum green. Based on the shape here, you can see that all these are free sets. That's the shape of a free set. All these can be used across any type of fixture. These can't, they're groups. So this is a free set that selects every single fixture in that side. But if you have one here like the upstage wash, click on that, it only selects a portion of this group because you don't have them all selected, so it's not a free set technically. But if you click that and that, this is the 200s and this is the platinum spots, and you click on our platinum yellow and go over to rig view. Hold on, let me turn on the, there you go, now they're all yellow. It tries to apply the same yellow. It works pretty well, especially because these fixtures are both elation products. If you're using different brands, then sometimes the color matching doesn't work out so well, but Clarity does a pretty decent job of doing all that. We'll have all these again and just show you. This one here has 2 gobo wheels, and you'll notice here the profile is made to where if you're selecting a gobo wheel, it automatically opens the other wheel, so that way you don't have them on top of each other and have a blurred image. You can do beam effects with your iris on this fixture, focus, zoom, open gobo. If you click that, it just opens both of them. You can do effects rate spins for spinning your gobos on this one. This one has an animation wheel, effect wheel that gives you a prism. You can spin your prism. This is a pretty common showing for a lot of spot fixtures. It has an iris, frost, which is neat. It'll give you a really wide wash. It's kind of like using a diffuser on a par can. You can focus your light to get a real crisp image on your gobo. You can zoom in and out, make it bigger or smaller. And then you have some controls here. You can hit control on these and you get a fixture global reset. If you have your kryptons and select them all, this is an incandescent fixture, which is why I put this on here. If you hit control here, this is how you can lamp on and off your fixture when you turn on Clarity. Because sometimes these things are stuck up in the air and not very easy to get to, and they give you a way to turn those fixtures lamps off and on without having to climb up in a scaffold or on a get out the lift to get to the electrics over the stage. You can use the highlight function, which I'll show you here on these platinum spots. I select all, and let's say we're trying to aim these platinum spots on a specific place and we need to aim each light individually. Or if you're hand aiming your pars or anything like that, you can hit highlight and you'll see them all cut on. It turns the intensity up. And then if you hit over here and you hit next, it'll take you to the first light. The rest of them go down 50% and that one stays all the way on. You can aim your fixture, and then if you hit next, it moves the next one in line. You can aim it, and then you can also go previous, go back and forth. You can select all the fixtures again. You can hit none, where it deselects them all. Blind here allows you, if you hit that button, it makes it where any changes you make in the programmer aren't live on stage, and then you can hit blind again, and everything you've done goes live to what you've done on stage. You've got the record button where you can record a cue, preset. We talked about that. It records palettes. The proglets, or proglets, however you want to say that one there, these are pre-built in effects engine that they have. It's got a ballyhoo, circle motion. This is an intensity alternate, intensity chase, intensity wave. This one's an intensity, position, and time alternate. Same for the chase, for the wave. The iris alternate, iris chase. These are built-in movements and intensities that you can click on and utilize. And when you click on them, it gives you some options, amplitude and rate. You can change on this one for the ballyhoo. This way you don't have to build out a chase or a stacked cue into a chase. You can have a single motion that works. It's a little bit easier than trying to program it the old way that we used to have to do that. That covers mostly everything here in the programmer section. In the next video, we'll move on to the palettes section and talk more about palettes and why you want to use them and to help you in your programming. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.